The opinions expressed on the radio program by the hosts, co hosts, guests, and call in listeners or chatters are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not necessarily represent the opinions of Genesis Radio, www.genesisradio.com, Genesis Radio's owners, management, or affiliates.
Welcome back to GenesisRadio.com. I am Amazing Amy, and it is Tuesday night in the Poconos, and I'm back to have a little chit chat. I was just thinking, TP, I love how our intro music is even fire. Like,
Right.
Did you put that together?
Yes, I did.
Yes,
already
you
know
did.
That. You know that's what I
The
do.
snaps. I'm like,
Yeah.
nice little warm up jam.
You know that's what I do.
Yeah. Good evening. Welcome back to Genesis Radio. TV, what are we talking about today? We were having a good little chat before we got on here, and we figured we would turn that into a little segment, right?
That's what we're gonna turn it into.
Let's do it.
Trust issues.
Trust issues.
Yeah.
Topic of the night.
Trust issues.
I got some thoughts about trust issues.
Go ahead.
From a woman's perspective.
Break it down.
Talking about relationships is always interesting to me because I feel like it's such a broad spectrum where everyone has such a different experience, but we all kind of going through the same kind of stuff. But with trust issues, I just don't get it. I don't get trust issues because you're going to let one person dictate how you move through the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I see it, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling you earlier about how dating, like, in your 20s and 30s, my generation, a lot of men have trust issues so early. And I'm wondering, maybe it's early for me. I think 30 is still early.
I'm waving my hand. I got trust issues.
I don't get that. Tell me more.
I got trust issues.
I get that we all been through stuff. Like I said, relationships. That's what it's for.
Heartbreak.
They come and they go. Some of them
Heartbreak.
are longer than others. One heartbreak and then what?
Heartbreak, and all the things that come with heartbreak. See, it's just it's heartbreak and robbery comes together.
Men and women have different views on this. This how I know women are the strongest sex.
Y'all are.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I've always said that.
But,
y'all are very strong, without a doubt. Women are stronger than men. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally, women are stronger than men.
True.
You know what I mean? Physically, men are stronger than women, but emotionally, women are stronger than men.
That's rough.
So yeah.
That's rough.
Our trust issues is over, heartbreak, and when y'all take our money
I was gonna get into
and
that
break
next.
our heart.
Mm-hmm.
The trust issues.
I agree, but
the trust issues are never ending.
It's different for men because we were talking about people having problems or people being concerned about men being concerned about problems they might never have. Boom. So you had said earlier, Babyface went through X amount of divorces and all of his ex-wives got a certain amount of millions of dollars, but he's not someone who's necessarily missing that money. And we talked about how people or other men might be concerned about marriage because, I don't want her taking all my money. What money? You don't got Babyface dollars.
Well, let me tell you, when you are almost a billionaire, right? You can afford to lose 100 million, 80 million, and 60 million in a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
You can, that ain't gonna hurt you. And if you got the potential to generate income, and you can go out and do a tour and make $300 million in a year from touring, that ain't no thing.
Right.
You gonna make it right back. I'm gonna get that right back. Ain't no problem. But if you just a regular dude with a regular job,
I make 100 and she take 80.
I make $80,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
And all I got is this little funky ass house and a car, right? Now they make me sell my house, right? And
The division of assets at that point
They
is
done
different.
split the assets, right?
It's different.
They done made me pay all the legal fees, right?
Mhm.
And now they making me pay alimony, right?
Is that like
And child
is
support.
alimony like for other damages? You know how people sue for emotional damage? What's alimony?
Man, I don't even know what alimony is.
That's like pain and suffering. That's what I was looking for.
Man,
It's like when you go through pain and suffering, it's like that's your emotional
I
damage.
don't know what
Child
alimony
support
is,
on the marriage.
but the woman always end up getting it.
That's very interesting. See,
You know, so now your little $80,000 check, you only bringing home about 50,
it's almost like
and now you bringing home 25. How you gonna survive off that? So
So it's almost like the modern. So should the average guy just avoid marriage then? Because it's almost like two things, right? One,
well, the average guy, I'm not gonna say he should avoid marriage. I'm not gonna say that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he should be proceed with caution.
my next question was, should modern men be going into marriage prepared, not anticipating, but prepared for divorce? Should it happen? I mean, that's what a prenup is, right?
Yeah, but you know what? A prenup is only good for 10 years.
There's a statute of limitations on prenups.
Prenups are only good for 10 years.
The more you know.
And you have to renew your prenup
Wow, you can
at
change.
10 years.
You can edit your prenup.
Yes, you get it, but you have to renew it after 10 years.
But I'm saying one, you can edit it during the time, and then you could also edit it at the renewal. Like
yeah, you have to, but you have to renew it after 10 years, unless you have a buyout clause. If you have a buyout clause in your prenup, it's a lifetime.
We talking business. This ain't love.
Yeah.
Nothing about this is
love. but relationships are business.
Yes, marriage is business.
Yes,
well,
it is.
you should look at a relationship as business as well. But
it is. It is.
I think
Marriage,
the hopeless
relationship, business.
The hopeless romantics are looking for love. We were talking about a gentleman looking for love.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, live out in Vegas, and he's an entertainer, right? I'm gonna tell you a story, right? 30 some odd years ago, he hits the music scene, big hit record and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and we used to go on the road together, and I remember, I used to do stage and sound stuff, right?
Right.
So we was cool, right? And my lady would fly in,
Okay, you were the original. Fly me in. I'm getting flew in.
No, but it wasn't.
But it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Black College Weekend.
It was wholesome.
I remember Black College Weekend. With all the fellas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I told my lady, go to the airport. Get on the plane. I'll meet you at the airport. But I ain't tell nobody what I was doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they down there to my whoop, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
They looked up.
You were ghost gone. Oh no.
Here go my woman.
Oh, okay.
Man, you out your damn mind. You
yeah.
crazy. You messing the game up.
Like, I know what I'm doing.
But this is what I want to do. I'm comfortable doing this, right? So, fast forward, they clown me for that, right? So now years later, because they was enjoying the spoils, they was enjoying the spoils of, all these women, right?
Yeah.
So now, just recently, we had an event, and he's like, "You still doing the same thing you did 35 years ago, man?" Right? Let's have a big boy drink. We hanging out a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. So then, we exchange math and everything, and he going home, and then, he calling me on the phone. We talking. And he's like, man, I like what you're doing, man. You stay true. You do the same thing. He said, I need to be.
Now it's admirable.
Yeah, I need to be doing the same thing because you know what? I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in love. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I want somebody to love me for me. Not because I'm so-and-so.
Mm-hmm. With so-and-so.
The entertainer.
Right.
I want them to love me for me. Right? So. Now. Because he has he he has
A little
trust
bit of
issues.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
So this is a special scenario because we might be talking about men who might be worried about losing things they don't have. But in this case, this person might have a little more to lose. So
Yeah.
But he's not looking at relationships as I'm going to be strategic about the type of woman I go. It could be that though. Is it that I'm going to be strategic about the kind of woman I go after, so they're not coming after me for what I have?
Well,
But you're saying it's not really that. It's more trust issues.
trust issues because when you have celebrity status and you're recognizable, right?
Hmm.
Do she want me for me?
That comes with a level of paranoia.
Yes.
Hmm.
Does she want me for me, or does she want me because I'm a come up? You know what I'm saying? And you know that, and one of my suggestions to him, I said, you know, maybe you need to date somebody a little younger who don't know your music.
Who don't know who you are. Who
Because
who you are doesn't mean as much to them.
Right.
Right.
She won't know your music,
Hmm.
so you won't be recognizable to her.
Right.
You
The
know what I'm
value's
saying?
different.
You know, so and use your middle name. You know what I'm
Start
saying?
going by your initials.
You use your middle name,
Right.
and when you meet her and take her out, right? You know, take her out to places where, you know, off the beaten mark.
Hmm.
Take her skiing or snowboarding.
Places you're not likely to see nobody.
Take her hiking.
You know.
Take her hiking. You know what I'm saying? Take her to a diner to eat, as
Mhm.
opposed to a fancy restaurant or something like that.
Sure.
Do something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, when you're in that caliber and you have different, like there's levels to everything, right? So you can't be trying to play regular dating games or regular guy games. Also, got to
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
figure out
You know,
how
because
that works for you.
and don't take her to the big mansion. You know what I'm saying? You know,
have
take
an offshore property that's
No,
not so great.
no,
Where do I see that?
no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Don't take it to the crib.
We laughing, but I watched 90 Day Fiance. That's like one of my reality shows. Reality shows are like my guilty pleasure. So 90 Day Fiance, I remember the gentleman, his girl, the lady he was dating online, came over and he brought her to his childhood broke down home that his grandmama had and roaches everywhere and holes in the wall and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a little much.
Yeah.
but
listen, let me tell you something. You know.
I get it. When you got something to lose, you worry about losing it.
Yeah.
And you should value that.
You sort of hacienda, right? You saw my hacienda, right? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you think the average woman today,
Mm-hmm.
you think she wouldn't change her mind about me after she sold a McMansion?
Average woman, yes.
She could see herself cooking in my kitchen, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, sitting there watching movies in my theater, right? See herself sitting there in my theater watching a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff. So
that's not necessarily a bad thing. Having a woman wanting to come into your home isn't a bad thing.
But I didn't get handsome until she saw the McMansion.
Oh my goodness, see, that's a different problem,
right?
So you kick it to the curb then,
right? But this is what I'm saying.
But you gotta have a process,
right?
A vetting process.
You right?
That's what we get into.
But guess what? But she might be playing a little hard to get, you know. So finally we get to a point where, you know, I drop my guard and let her come to the hacienda. You know what I'm saying? And then it's all like, okay, let's have a barbecue at your crib.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she want to invite her friends and family.
She's gotten access. So, okay. So to that point, if you have trust issues,
make it make sense.
Which we all do. You should have a process for dating. So if you don't been through XYZ, you should be able to identify XYZ now and say, I'm cool on that, I'm good on that, that's not what I'm going for. But how you gonna discredit everybody or put everybody through the same? I mean, you should put everybody through the same drill, but at what point do the trust issues start to?
But look, you know what? Let's just say I mean, I had that experience. Because let's just say, she come to the hacienda, right? And she just still digging on me the way she was before she
Right,
came to the
nothing's changed. It
hacienda.
didn't affect her. She's
Right.
not moved
Right.
by your
It
mansion.
don't mean nothing. Then that's a
Right.
beautiful thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But if she switched gears, now it's more about the things than it is about me.
Yeah.
And that's like a gut punch to a man. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Rightfully so.
It's like a gut punch.
Rightfully so.
Because now I done had my heart broke already. I done lost my money already.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, she done ran off with my crib. with my first crib. She done ran off with my first crib.
This next one ain't seeing
and my cash. You know what I'm saying?
half of it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So here come this one riding down the escalator. I think she might be the one. She might be my person. And then she on some other stuff.
It's got me thinking, relationships or the demise of them is traumatic for men and women in different ways. For women, it's probably emotionally damaging more. And I can't even say that because women bounce back from their emotions. For men, it's emotionally damaging more.
Yeah.
But also,
look, had me going to therapy. And my boy I was talking about, he go to therapy too. He trying to work through it.
As y'all should.
He trying to work through it.
It's never too late, gentlemen. Go, seek out. Because you if you have these issues, which I'm gonna call them issues, but if you can identify like this might be holding you back from getting the relationship, the person, the type of love you're looking for, then absolutely go work on that. But the first step to recovery is acknowledging you have a problem. So let's start there. But we all got trust issues. That's my point. We all got trust issues. It's just like can't write everybody off because you got your heart broke by Regina on the block in 6th grade. I don't know.
Well, see, usually men get over that first heartbreak because that's that puppy love heartbreak. A man to get over that first. You'd be
surprised.
Let me tell you.
I'm 30 and this dude's grieving over a 15-year-old high school.
Yeah. But see, that only stops him from doing one thing.
Commit what?
Putting his chin in it. He ain't gonna put his chin in it. You know what I mean? He is not eating you out because of his 15-year-old heartbreak.
Interesting. That's
the
wild take.
Look, that's why most black men don't eat women out.
That's a wild take.
Because of their very first heartbreak. Because he ate her out. and then she broke up with him and rode by in a car with an older dude.
It's crazy. I don't think that's how they're not opening up. They're free with their.
I'm trying to tell you.
They're free with those things. They're not free with their little heart.
I'm trying to tell you.
Free with.
I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you.
But hey, everybody handles these things differently. What?
I messed you up with that one, didn't I?
A little bit. Because I'm just saying, they're not protecting those things as much as they're protecting their emotions, which they say they want to love and all of that, but how you can't get love without giving it, and that takes a vulnerability. That's a big word. So
nobody, some people just can't be transparent. It takes a lot. Like me, let me tell you something. Me, I can be transparent. I'm transparent. You know what I mean? I lay my cards on the table, face up.
It's really the easiest way to be.
Yeah, I lay my cards on the table, face up. I'm to the good. You know what I mean?
When you're transparent, you leave it so that people who are for you come around, people who are not for you exit.
Yeah, you got to talk about everything,
mm-hmm.
and don't worry about nothing. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Either you is or you ain't my baby. Simple as that.
Black and white. I'm a Scorpio, so I know it is right. Or it's not. There's no in between.
Listen. When you in your Sigma season, don't mean a thing.
I was born in my Sigma season.
Pick up on it before you drop it. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah. So trust issues and how to recover from them or how to combat them, I guess.
Well, first of all, you got to take time to heal. You know what I'm saying? See, most people don't take time to heal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that I Chew girl talk about, oh, one way to get over it is get under another man. No, that's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it.
Who was I True Girls? That's Sprinkle Sprinkle?
That was that viral video where the girl said, you know, I chew, and she.
I don't know her,
Yeah.
but I've heard that before, and we don't recommend. That's not the way to nothing except more problems.
Yeah, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta fall back and
No,
give
absolutely.
yourself some time to heal and reflect, man. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, that's why you still have the problem.
Yeah,
You know, if your leg hurt and you don't go to the doctor, you
absolutely.
don't get meds, your leg gonna hurt forever.
Absolutely.
Your leg hurt, you go get some medication. And we don't mean literal medication. You don't have to go to therapy. You know, there's other ways to deal with your stuff, but definitely address it.
Yeah.
Because then you just generational curses. That's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional trauma, especially in the Black community. But we don't got to get into that. That's deep.
Oh yeah.
We're just keeping it lighthearted and cute right now.
Yeah.
We all got trust issues.
Oh yeah. And the only way you get over your trust issues with somebody, you still have your trust issues, right?
Or your precautions, like you just know you're not going for
right. But
things no more.
what I'm saying is, your trust issues never go away, but a person can gain your trust, but you got to talk it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I might trust you, but I don't trust her. You know what I'm saying? Because we done spent enough time together, and we done chopped it up, and we done put our cards on the table, and you made me comfortable. I made you comfortable, you know, and I believe in you, you believe in me, and it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, so there's a chance for me and you. You know what I'm saying? Because we done got over some hurdles. You know what I'm saying? But the trust issues are still there. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keeping it a buck and I'm keeping it a buck, we gonna be all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and you can't let no one and nothing come between us, and we gonna win.
So the first part of that is not that you get over the trust issues, it's that you get better at identifying who's not to be trusted.
Yeah. You gotta have your 5.
You put some rules in place.
You gotta have your 5. You gotta know who's good for you. The 5 mean you ain't no good for me.
I thought that's what you meant.
The 5.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I actually low-key started implementing the 5 myself.
Yeah.
I thought of you the other day when I had to kick somebody to the curb. I said, See people say,
hit them with the 5.
You ain't no good for me.
That's right. The 5.
But yeah, you gotta put some rules down.
Yeah.
But don't be a victim of that, you know?
And then you also have to know that you ain't never gonna get right if you don't get right, you're gonna get left. And you know, you gotta realize that stop taking advice from single people.
Yep. In a broader sense, stop taking advice from people who ain't where you want to be.
Right. And especially, you know what? For people who appear to be successful, they homeowners, they seem to got their stuff together, but they're single, right? And they're attractive, male or female, right? A 10. You know what I mean? They're single because they've been a 10 all their life, right? And they've been around. So nobody want their ass.
In some cases.
In most cases. In all cases. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Amy. This is real talk.
I got to think about this stuff though, because I feel like I don't always agree 100%.
Every woman, just like Trish was in here one time. She used to do a show with Ron, right? And we was in here, and you know, she drives a nice Mercedes Benz. She got a beautiful home. I mean, she pretty as all our dogs, right? She tried to sit here and tell me she didn't know she was a 10, right?
Okay.
And I had to tell her, people been telling you were beautiful since you was 9 years old. You been a 10 all your damn life. Don't tell me that.
You know,
And you know what? Men been chasing behind you and dating you, and you were picking and choosing the men you want to date all your life, right?
mhm.
See, the thing with men, we pay close attention, right? We want you. We want to be in the pickings too. But you looked at me and said I wasn't good enough. You didn't like my car. You didn't like the way my hair was cut. You picked me
But
apart
is that because she
you-
was a 10 her whole life? Or was
because
that
she was a 10 all. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Beautiful
Oh, so
women,
she got to be choosy.
right?
Gotcha.
Beautiful women get the lie. Okay, they do. They do because they get so many opportunities. They get passed around. They do. They do because they date a lot. They get a lot of gifts. They go on a lot of
Well,
dates.
they have more chances to.
Absolutely.
Right.
So the
Just a probability game. It's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game, right?
Yeah.
So the regular guy from down the street,
Mm-hmm.
he on the come up. He the ugly duckling, right? He on the come up. So now you hit your 40s. When you're in your 40s, mid 40s, 45 or something like that, right? You're about 45 years old, you hit the wall. And when you hit that wall, right? The 35-year-old, the 30-year-old,
Is now outranking you.
she's the one.
Right.
Because guess what? She ain't got the mileage that you got.
And I mean, I hate to say it, and I've heard both sides of this argument, right?
But-
One is that women run out of cash value at a certain point.
And you can have the money and everything else. So now you 45 years old. The 30-year-old is your competition, right? So guess what? For you to get a man now, you got to get a young man that you're gonna buy a car for who don't know your background
Sure,
because guess what?
okay.
I watched you for the last 30 years
I know how you
date
got
every
that.
other dude. So guess what? I don't want you. I'm not gonna take you out for no ice cream and cake.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Because you was a 10 all your life. You know who we want? I like to date the girl who's a solid 6. You know why?
You don't gotta do too much behind that.
No, the solid 6, a solid 6
Anybody?
is a 10.
It's another
She
numbers
just don't
game.
know it.
It's another numbers game.
The
You got
solid
less-
6 is a 10. She just don't know it and she just don't act like it.
You said that before.
I'm
What's funny
telling you.
is,
I'm telling you.
it's not that they didn't
You
know
a solid 6.
Thank you, TP.
You a solid 6.
7.5.
You know, you a solid 6. Based upon the way you carry yourself.
True.
And you know, and when you get all dolled up, you a 10.
Oh, thank you.
You a 10. You know what I mean?
What I
But
think
you
is-
just don't act like that 10 who's all snobby and nasty acting and all that other stuff. That's the difference. They snobby. You
I
know what I'm
agree.
saying?
What's the difference between well, my opinion on 10s is they don't gotta work too hard because they got the appearance off rip. Men are visual creatures, so when a man sees you and you're a 10, boom. But when you have to speak, when you have to know something, I don't know. It gives you better quality over quantity. That's what I'm gonna say. So the 10s get the quantity, and the 6s get the qualities, in my opinion. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's a good deal.
Guess what?
That's a good deal.
That solid 6 is a wife.
A good deal.
The 10 ain't never a wife. The 10s don't be wives.
However, let's go back to the original point, right? So, a woman in her 40s, is there special circumstances here? Is there never married, not divorced? And you think a single woman in her 40s is,
That's when they hit the wall.
but this is single as in, because it's hard for me to believe that a woman in her 40s never been married, never, you know.
The ones that be in when they hit 45, they done dated a lot. They you know, like just like men.
I was gonna say,
Just like men.
attractive men have the same problem.
Yeah. Just like my man I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you done been around, you was an extreme dater, right? You was knocking anything down, you was a playboy and all that, and now you want a wife. Now you scared. You don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Because now you don't even know how to be a one-woman man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think people who had a high volume, like more chances of dating when they were younger, think they're ever going to run out of chances or their numbers are going to start to dwindle too. Like at a point, you might not be getting the same attention, or it might not be quality attention. So it's much to be considered there.
Well,
Yeah.
but there lies the trust issues. You know what I'm saying?
Therein lies the trust issues.
You know?
We all have them.
Yeah. Look, you know what? When my
We gotta do
trust
something about it.
when my trust issues was at their peak, you know, and you know, I think I'm a decent looking guy. You know?
You a solid 60p.
Yeah, I think I'm a solid 6. Yeah, I know I'm a solid 6. You know what I mean? And look, especially when I hang a suit, I'm outstanding.
Then you like a 8.5 when you throw the matching fitted with the tie.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Yeah,
coordinate, yeah.
yeah, right.
Go like 2
So-
points.
I used to be like, "What you got? You trying to give me?"
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That would be my response to when women would say, "Hey, you know, you handsome, you look nice. You look nice, right?
Mhm.
What you got? You trying to get?" You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because-
funny because usually it's like,
because-
what you want?
Yeah, that's my
Right. That's
that-
your what you
that-
want.
Yeah, that was
It's
my
funny.
my trust issue. Like, you ain't getting nothing from me. Get out of here. She
Mm.
already got it all.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Give it to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it.
that's
You know?
funny. Listen, you should be a little skeptical. You should always be a little skeptical.
I became a
when
monster
you
too.
dating.
Then I became a monster.
I could just imagine. Please don't tell me nothing that you did after you got your heart broke.
I became a
Because I'm
monster.
gonna look at you completely different. Because I know.
I became a monster, but,
I know.
but right now I'm the sweetest thing.
Good. That's
You
a good
know?
way to be.
I'm just like Hershey.
It ain't worth it. You know,
I'm
don't
the
keep
sweetest thing.
spreading the hurt. It's no point.
Oh no,
Just
shit.
work on your
You know, look,
trust issues that we all have.
look. Yo, I'm lovey-dovey right now. Shit, you kidding?
Everyone should listen out at the heart, at the core. Everyone's a lover boy. Everyone's a lover girl. We just go through some stuff in life, but that don't mean you should change who you are.
I'm never gonna change. But you know what? I'm a romantic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I love being in love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love to take you out and wind it down. I'm the guy that I like flowers. You know,
Mhm.
I like to take it. I like to get up, get dressed, and go out to dinner.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
relationships, lovey
You
dovey
know,
stuff.
and you know what? And I ain't talking about going to Texas Roadhouse, like them little chain restaurants like that. And I ain't talking about the more fancy ones. I'm
You
talking about going
always-
to nice restaurants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not that cliche jump. Them,
you always like
crazy
we going
bras.
to K Jewelers,
you
You
know,
know.
well, yeah, we not, I'm not. But
chain restaurant.
I'm not talking about going to the what them girls be talking about on social
Yeah.
network. I'm not talking about that.
Mhm.
You know, I like to go find a nice restaurant in a small town somewhere, a family
Right.
restaurant. Nice, you know what?
Out of the ordinary,
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah, put
And
it
that's
on.
what's missing from. It's something. First of all, it's so many things missing from like dating, but
Yeah,
you know that specialness, that specialness.
you know,
That's
go out and
that's
put.
what's missing.
I'm gonna put on one of my finest vines. You know what I mean? You put that
Right.
makeup on and got your dress on and whatnot, and we gonna go out, have a little ice cream and cake, eat good. You know,
I mean that's the vibe.
Come on
That's
back.
what anybody's looking for.
you know,
Without all the other stuff.
right? Crack a nice bottle of wine or something. Hell,
Is this the playbook?
I might put a little smoke in the air.
Oh.
You know, all that. That's what's missing.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
So many things missing, but yeah, those little special touches, the romance. The
Yeah,
romance
that's
of it
it.
all. We're
That's
all
it.
so jaded. Everyone's so
That's
jaded.
it.
Everyone's so
That's
hurt.
it.
Everyone's trying
That's
to
it.
outdo the other.
That's it. You know,
So.
that's what it's all about for me. That's what I'm into. You know what I mean?
That's what everybody into. They just all fronting. The
Nah,
trust issues people,
but-
they just damaged.
Listen, some people just don't know. You see,
Don't know
some
what, that they got trust issues.
no, but beyond the trust issue, some people just don't know how to date.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? What they should be doing.
We should write a book.
Like for instance, some people think that going to the movies is a date. Going to the movies ain't a date. You don't believe that? You know why they ain't a date?
What's a date?
Because when you can't give somebody your undivided attention, that's not a date.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
If you can't give somebody your undivided
So
attention,
the quality
that's a
time
date.
part of the date is what makes it a date.
Right. Because
Gotcha.
you go to the movies, you go eat some popcorn and you watch the movie.
I think holding hands and stuff is quality time.
Yeah, but are you
We
holding
can talk
hands?
about the movie after.
Yeah, but come on. Come on. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it's-
Come
okay,
on.
I
Come
get it.
on.
It's a low level date. It's a low tier
Yeah,
date. It's
yeah.
really trying to, make an impression. Agree
Well,
with that.
You know what? You only get one opportunity to make a first impression.
Well, not the first one, Lord. No,
You know what I'm saying?
that ain't the
Yeah.
first date. But
You know?
yeah,
See, a lot of jokers think that holding hands, going walking through a museum or something like that, and going out to eat is corny, right?
that's crazy.
Try it.
That sounds lovely.
Try it.
I don't even
Yeah.
know. It's crazy. I don't even know what my generation does for dating. I don't think we date at all. We do social media. We do link
Yeah.
ups.
You know what?
Like I don't.
And guess what?
I don't know what the dating.
You know
He was
what?
looking
The
at
other, the other thing is mind-boggling is vacations, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go on a vacation to the usual hotspot.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something else. Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not taking my lady to Miami. I'm not going to Miami.
Generic. That's the word. Generic.
Yeah.
Generic.
I'm
Boring.
not going to. I'll take you to
It's
Myrtle
thoughtless.
Beach.
It's thoughtless. It's like you
I,
didn't.
I take you to Myrtle Beach before I take you to Miami. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm not
Okay.
going to take you to Jamaica. I'm not taking you to the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? I will take you to the U.S. Virgin Islands somewhere, because the goyim ain't going to be there. Because you have to think. I'm not going to take you to a thoughtless place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to take
It's
you
the
to
effort.
I'm not going to take you to the discount place. You know what I'm saying? We're not even going to take a Carnival cruise.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? No, exactly.
I get
You know
it,
what I'm saying?
but
We ain't going to Aruba. None of them places like that.
I think this goes back to the trust issues thing. It's like, well, yeah, if you already have trust issues and you're not trying to fall in love anyway, then having a playbook where it's like every girl gets the same thing that's just the easy way to go because you're not trying to
Well, you know what?
fall in love and winding down and really get somebody to fall
You
for
don't-
you.
You don't know when you're going to fall in love.
That's interesting.
You don't know. Because you know what? Love will creep up on you.
Don't you gotta be open to it though?
Like I said, love will creep up on you. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Look, hey, I was sitting on an exotic island playing with a cat. There's always cats on exotic islands, right?
Mhm.
I was sitting there playing with a cat.
The
You know what I'm
animal,
Yes, playing with a cat. You know what I'm saying? And
the
then,
four-legged one.
yeah, a four-legged cat, real cat.
I'm
Meow,
playing
meow,
with
meow, meow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And next thing I know, some stuff is going back and forth, and I'm on an exotic island. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she hollering at me, and I'm hollering at her, like and we on two different islands. We on two different islands. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And this was texting back and forth.
Oh, I'm like,
You know what I'm saying?
okay, right.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah, I'm in the
So-
middle in the ocean.
Nah, it was just like, the communication started.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And then it just drew us closer together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
You just don't know
When
when it's gonna show up and how it's gonna show up, and that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
that's the way
Generic.
it should be.
Generic. You know what I'm saying? And when it just creep up on you, because you never know who your person is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when they're gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? Trust issues and all.
That's true. But you gotta be open to that. I don't know. Sometimes I think that the trust issues get people to a point where they're like, I'm not allowing love to happen, or even if it comes, I'm not gonna fall into it because I'm so in deep in these trust issue bags that I'm staying there.
But what happens is when it's like that and generic, you talk about your trust issues, and you find out you both have trust issues.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
you're okay with that.
And
and
then you start hammering it out,
Mhm.
and you laying all the cards on the table
Mhm.
because you both got your guards up, and you laying it all on the table. You working your way through it. You know what I'm saying?
So
and your commonality is your trust issues.
I'm about to say we coming right back full circle. It's
Yeah.
that
Your
the way you get out
commonality.
your trust issues is to acknowledge you have them.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And then you look at each other one day and you say, "Them, how we get here?"
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? How we get here? You know? And then the most important thing too, when you got trust issues, right? Two people that got trust issues and they talking to each other, you gotta keep everybody out your mix.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That privacy.
The dream killer get too close. You can't let the dream killer,
I know.
get too close. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
You can't
Yeah,
let the dream
and you don't
killer
even be
get too-
knowing it. You whole time you telling
Yeah,
you telling the problem
Yeah.
everything, all your business.
yeah. Don't let the
So.
dream killer get too close.
Much to be considered there. Well, I got something to ponder on tonight.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
As always, when I leave here, I got something to think about. So
Yeah. You know, I got to say, you were talented. You know, you did a great job with Shay.
thank you.
You know, in that interview, and you know,
Yeah, let's switch gears real quick and talk about that
the,
because
the, the comments that you got. You know, my twin, she sent something in, and she enjoyed it. And she talked about how she generally don't watch interviews. You know, but she said you were very captivating, and you kept her attention with Shy.
Love that.
You know, she said it was so good that she tagged her daughter in it and sent her the interview, and her daughter had the same vibe, same feeling with it.
That makes me so excited.
Yeah, so but I told you did the damn thing.
What you said the other day though, throw it up against the wall, see if it sticks.
Throw it up against the wall, see if it
it's
sticks.
sticking, okay?
Yeah.
Because that was a whim, and
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, listen, we've been talking about me doing my own thing. We've been,
Mm-hmm.
well, I've been talking about it,
Yeah,
and not coming through on it, but
yeah,
that was great.
yeah.
And the feedback, I'm really happy with the feedback.
Yeah.
That's the kind of, you know what I'm saying, content I want to give people. That's the way I want to connect them with people that they think are out of their reach. Like, she's been on TV, she's a star, she has fans. So it's like to be able to share her as a person with the people, that's what's important. So that's always what I want to do when people talk to me. And I'm glad you did
was
that.
the runner-up on The Voice.
The Voice, yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
That was great.
And I chose you to do that interview because it was too close. She was too close to me to do it.
For you to have like an unbiased
Yeah.
conversation about it.
Yeah. See, I don't call her Shy, I call her Apple. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. So
yeah, that went really well. I'm happy about that. And now I'll be back every week.
I immediately thought about you when I scheduled it for her to come in. I called you. I said, "Look, you want to interview the runner-up for The Voice?"
I don't even know if you said her name or if you said that. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
something like that. Okay.
I told you. I didn't tell you her name, but I told you the person
the runner-up on The Voice
who came in second place on The Voice.
And at the time, I'm just like, okay, TP, sure. You got to interview for me. Let's do it.
I said, yeah.
Yeah. So. That was a great decision.
And then I begin to tag you in all the clippings and stuff, so you can see
who it
was. So you can do your research.
Like, this is somebody.
And then what's so unique and what was amazing about it, you saw she was on different news channels and all this other stuff, right? When she said her interview with you was the best that she's done.
Yeah, she said it was her favorite.
Her favorite, and she felt so comfortable. And then the different people, the people in her family, her mother and everybody else, her sisters and everybody, said that was the best.
I love that.
I said, man, she ready. You did the damn thing.
Thank you. And thank you everybody for watching that and commenting and interacting with the video.
You did it.
Yeah, that's the first of more to come. I was very excited to do that with Shy, and there's more on the way for sure. But yeah, I'm doing it. Like I said I was going to. So let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. So 2025 is off to a great start.
Yeah, in fact, she's gonna be here. Her and her sister's gonna be here. I believe it's the 14th. They're gonna be upstairs recording in the studio. Okay. And you're gonna be up in here interviewing them again, doing some stuff, getting some footage.
Let's do it.
We're gonna be doing some things. You know, you never know what you're gonna get over here at Genesis Radio.
You never know. It's always a surprise.
You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing scripted.
Nope.
You know, it's all
Off
generic.
the cuff, genuine.
You know,
Authentic.
just like today's show. We didn't know what we was gonna be talking about.
We sitting over here. I'm like, see, what are we talking about? What are we talking
Yeah.
about? And you're like, we just started rambling.
Yeah.
And then we found something. We said,
Yeah.
that's it.
You know,
So
we started talking about. It started out over that interview because my friend with the trust issues screenshotted me a picture of
shout out
Amy
to my fans.
talking about I want to meet her.
Shout out to my fans.
You know, talking about he want to meet her, and I said, no, you don't. Yeah, you're not gonna meet her. You're too old for her.
But I got security.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't that something?
It don't surprise me. It's funny though, but
Talking about he want to meet
too
her.
old for me. That's
I'm like-
not funny.
I'm like,
Have you met men? They don't think anybody's too young for them.
hey,
Come
I
on.
had to say, nah, you know, I ain't
I
doing
appreciate
that.
that.
You know what I mean? I
Yep.
ain't doing that. You know what I
But
mean?
you know, we're gonna have a speed dating thing soon. If y'all want an
Yeah.
opportunity,
Yeah, right.
to buy tickets for the speed dating come
Yeah.
spring. So
Oh, and by the way,
we'll
you
let
know,
y'all know.
Friday, IQ Cigar Lounge,
Oh yeah. Oh, comedy night
comedy night
this Friday.
this Friday.
Yeah.
The most interesting DJ in the world,
Oh, my favorite.
DJ Rudd, gonna be in there playing the music,
I will
you
be
know.
there.
and we gonna have a ball. Genesis Radio gonna be in the building,
Nice.
and we gonna make it do what it do.
As always.
So y'all better come on out and have some fun with us.
Yeah.
You know, Amazing Amy gonna be in the building,
I'll be there. IQ
You know?
Cigar Lounge.
and look, I might hang a suit,
Oh,
wash behind my ears. You know, so if I do
TV
that,
got some suit looks.
You know
I
what I
be
mean?
seeing. I be seeing your little fits. Like, okay, TV.
you know,
You
know,
did that. You
you
did
know,
that.
Hey, look, you
The
listen.
coordination be on point.
You know,
Listen, you a New York old head, so I know that we don't play with fashion
look,
killers.
man, listen.
You know, I
listen.
know we don't play. So I already know. You better tell me.
I'm from Sugar Hill, baby.
I get it. I get it.
Sugar Hill, baby.
Yeah, Friday night is a vibe.
Yeah, yes it is,
Let's do
man.
it.
You know,
And on that note,
that's right.
we out for the night.
We out for the night.
It's been Amazing Amy.
That's right.
MTP.
And Takeover Tuesdays coming in next.
That's it.
Geechee Dan, Hot Sauce, Taro, and they got somebody from the Jazzy Five coming in here, old school pioneer hip hop coming in
Okay.
here to talk that talk
Tonight.
Yeah,
Okay, Tuesday night, Bob and the Pocono
they
Mountains.
coming up here next. You know what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
see? There's a whole lot going on. Make
So-
sure y'all tuning in.
We can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
So y'all sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. We're gonna jump into some Dub 6 music, and I'm gonna get something to eat.
Me too. Peace
All right,
out.
later, y'all.